1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 38-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You can look at this Browns defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and to be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. This one complete to his foot. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Prescott. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it took...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Siren pass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Browns 7, Dragons nothing.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield on play action. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Baker going to change it up.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second down, Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
It's 4th down.
4th down, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you get a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Give him 30 yards there.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Kincaid was drafted as a tight end. Many thought he was the best in his class. But plays like that remind you his position should really just read pass catcher. He's someone who gets it done lined up off the tackle or out wide.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Three yards remain for second down. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Let's go back over Dak Prescott's career. 6 rushing touchdowns in each of his first 3 years, but only 1 in each of the last 2 seasons. As a veteran, he's become much more judicious about when it's time to take the ball and go for the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Here's 2nd and 10. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
Final play of the half. Mayfield going to look deep for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we see
these
you
two
Orlando
coaching
to
staffs
check in
likely
with
going through
Jonathan
their final
Coachman
adjustments
at REA
for the second half.
Halftime
One of these teams is going to
Coach?
emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.